what we're going to do now is just a, effective chi sao at full speed and strength is very dangerous. So we're going to do a just slow-mo demonstration of how chi sao would look from the point of contact. So let's assume we've made contact, and if you just in slow-mo, Tony, throw me whatever you would, and I'll give you an example of the movements that I would use. So if he's throwing me this punch, I can either stick with it and flow around it like that, and then it's an elbow, or open-handed strike, or closed-handed strike. If you, yeah, carry on, whatever next, yeah, just, yeah. So I'm constantly just flowing around the point of contact, and of course I would be striking, and I'm, especially with a much bigger, stronger guy like this than myself, I'm not going to break contact. The only time I'm breaking contact with one arm is when I'm offline of his attack and I'm striking. But there's no way I want to let him free his arms up to try and strike me, because that would be extremely dangerous. Demonstrate how Wing Chun would deal with attempts at takedowns or grappling from the contact phase. If we're in this position and Tony goes down to try and take my legs or waist, of course I use chi sao to feel what he's doing, control his arm movements, and I'm all the time hitting him with strikes, either the head, throat, either the elbows or closed-handed strikes. And of course got the groin option always open, as well as some techniques you do see in MMA. You see like stamping on the feet, knees to the outside of the thigh, which would be pretty painful. But reality is in a real world situation, you're not going to mess around with that. You're just going to go straight for the vital points. It's going to be knees and then strikes. Now, if he does get to the point where he's down, if he goes down from my waist, if you come down, from this point, the back of his head, his neck is all open. So unless he's very quick and fast, he's actually in an extremely dangerous, vulnerable position to any kind of elbow strikes at the back of the head or spine, which is what you would typically be using. Of course, I can also sprawl to get my legs and waist away from him, but I'm typically not even going to mess around with that. If I can get any strike into the vital points, that's what I'm going to be using as soon as we get to that position. So, if you come down even, yeah. So from this position, strikes the head, can control his knees and body with my own to prevent him getting leverage. And I'm going to be using chi sao and elbow or open-handed strikes to basically finish him off and prevent him getting me down to ground. So if we've even gone down to ground, the same stuff applies. I can still use, if he's on me and he's trying to get me if we're in this position, he's grappling me, I can still use all my chi sao from this point to hit the face. And obviously once we get to this stage, it's going to be applying lethal strikes. You're not going to mess around anymore. So all the strikes I would be trying to hit him with are either elbows to the head or open-handed strikes to the neck. And of course got the groin open, there's nothing stopping me applying knees or kicks with total freedom to his groin, which I would also be doing as well. I also have the option of, if moments of distraction is needed, strikes to the eyes, just to get him to loosen up or back off a little bit, and then it's going to be a quick succession of strikes to the head or the neck.
Okay, no way.